Who's that? What asshole is that?
Chris LeBar. Did you ever see this kid, Austin? He went to Olympia, but he was a baseball kid, and he would always wear like backwards on the cap, but then
God.
inside, he'd wear them inside.
Inside? If you wear sunglasses inside, and this goes for the two of you who are wearing them in your house right now, you're an asshole. That's all I got to say.
Dude, I just can't see through the clouds right now, bro.
Yeah. I at least respect that this is like for the sake of a bit. Like if you unironically wear sunglasses inside, you're a dick. That's it. That's all I got to say. Anyways, we are live. What is up, everybody? And welcome to Hot Stove After Dark, episode 6. I made sure to look it up, and I made sure to be definitive about what show this is before we started, so I didn't sound like a dummy. Yeah, this is episode 6 of After Dark. Yeah, I mean, we don't really have much of a topic today. We're just going to kind of riff, see what happens. Couple of things worth noting. First of all, housekeeping stuff. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Hot Stove Pod. That's at Hot Stove Pod on Twitter. You can see some info over there about our next show, but we'll get into that in a second. Here on the YouTube side, make sure to smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, smash the notification bell as well, and make sure to leave a comment if you feel like commenting. So when I was talking about the Twitter page, I mean, for next week, we're not going to be doing our normal film Tuesday night, post it Wednesday afternoon. Like this whole thing that Mark is doing. What we're going to be doing instead is we're going to be doing a live show. Hopefully the plan, COVID protocol notwithstanding, hopefully the plan is that the four of us are going to be in person together at Mark's house, watching the first round of the NFL draft. So we're going to be going live on YouTube next Thursday night around the start of the draft. So probably around 7:30, 8 o'clock. And we will be watching the first round of the draft and reacting to it and all that kind of stuff. So we're not going to be streaming the show because I don't want to get hit with a copyright claim within about 6 seconds. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you can use our show as a companion piece as you watch the draft. You know, we will be reacting with it as you all see it. And then obviously we'll have a chat. You know, people can chat if they want to. So make sure to tune in next Thursday night, where episode 26 of the Hot Stove Podcast will be our live NFL draft reaction show. Share the link to the channel to all your friends. We will be live next Thursday night, like I said, probably around 8 p.m. And we'll be going the entire time of the first round of the draft. So probably about 4 hours or so. We'll be streaming for. So it'll be a fun time. I'm sure Mark's housemates will make guest appearances at some point.
Yep, they always do.
Yep. So it should be a fun time. We'll react to when the Eagles take a kicker 12th overall, and you know, when the Cowboys for some reason take like the
straight up for Kyle Pitts.
For some reason the Cowboys take the 4th wide receiver off the board, even though they don't have like more than 2 good defensive starters. You know, we'll see what happens, right? Anyways, in the meantime, a couple of things I want to do tonight. First, as per usual, we've got trivia to start with. So let's tell Josh beforehand. Yes, Josh.
I just wanted to make clear to everyone out there, at the After Dark, I normally take off my shirt, but it's been covered as this is a crop top.
So very nice.
Give me some if you want it. Pay for it more.
Yeah.
Now, is that some sort of like slander or like libel to say you're Sean Marion, and then in acting the way you are with that background? Can he sue?
Hey man, I don't think it's slander or libel, but he might be subject to criminal charges.
Well, I mean, last week Eric Sogard was happy enough to join us. Now we got Sean Marion, dude.
Yeah. So we're getting into some trivia here. I got 3 baseball questions to start with, and then at the end we'll go with a couple of basketball questions. Ooh, fancy. Anyways, so this first baseball question is probably a little out of date. I got the information last Thursday and haven't bothered to see if anything has been added to it. So we'll say this is as of April 15th. So going into last weekend, there were 4 players in Major League Baseball with 4 home runs and multiple stolen bases. I want you to tell me who those 4 players are.
Ronald Acuna.
Ronald Acuna was the easy one. Yes, he was one of them. Yes.
Ryan McMahon.
Not Ryan McMahon.
That's a solid guess. No shot, but JD Martinez.
When was the last time JD Martinez stole a base?
I think it was 2012, but just to be sure.
It's not JD Martinez.
Did you watch the White Sox game on Saturday, Mark?
I did not see it.
Oh, he stretched a base hit from first to third. Like he got to first to third, and I was like, "Damn, old man, look at you, look at you go."
He's like 32.
Oh,
I'll give you a hint right off the bat. Austin, did you just give a guess?
No.
Okay. I'll give you a hint right off the bat. All three of these remaining players are American League players. And two of them,
would do.
Not Akil would do. And two of them are on the same team.
Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani is one of them. That's true.
Mike Trout.
No, Shohei Ohtani is not the one that shares a teammate.
Trout hasn't stolen a base yet this year. Albert Pujols, as of either yesterday or today, has more stolen bases on the year than Mike Trout because he stole a base.
True. Albert Pujols has did steal a base last night. For you want to hear a fun fact, Albert Pujols since 2015 is a perfect 12 for 12 on stolen bases.
I saw that stat too. I thought that was funny. So we got Acuna, we got Ohtani, and he said the other two are also American leaguers.
Yep, and they're teammates.
I feel like this has to be the guess. Byron Buxton.
Nope.
Wow.
Yeah.
Carlos Correa.
Not Carlos Correa. What'd you say, Mark?
I was just saying, Buxton doesn't have stolen bases yet.
I'm looking it up right now. I think he only has one at the moment.
I believe. Yeah, I hope he at least has one. Jeez.
Yes, he has. Yeah, he has 5 home runs and 1 stolen base.
Luis Arraez, or is that his name?
Arraez has he ever hit a home run before? I know that's a joke.
Very few.
He's already hit like 2 this season, but no, Luis Arraez is not the correct answer.
Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette is correct.
Who else hits on it? Marcus Semien?
Marcus Semien is the other one. So there are 4 players going into last weekend with at least 4 home runs and multiple steals. The answers are Ronald Acuna, Shohei Ohtani, Bo Bichette, and Marcus Semien. I'm sure other names have been added to that list in the last 5 days. Like I said, it's a dated stat. I haven't bothered to go and update it. So, all right. Next baseball trivia question should be pretty easy. Maybe it's not. It took one of my housemates like 20 minutes to get this earlier. So we'll see. I just want you to tell me what pitcher leads the majors in innings since the start of 2018.
Lance Lynn.
Nope.
Shane Bieber.
Also no.
Well, I know who's led the league in batters faced since 2018. So I'm going to say that answer. Aaron Nola?
Austin, you are correct. Aaron Nola leads the majors with 510 and 2/3 innings since the start of 2018.
And also, it seemed like an inspired question since his 9-inning shutout.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I'm good with the baseball questions are usually inspired by something that's happened recently.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is another one that's inspired by the start of a season here. Steven Matz this year. Maybe he's good. Who knows? He has opened the season with 3 starts of at least 6 innings with no more than 1 earned run allowed. Who was the last lefty to do that?
Last
lefty to do it to start a season. And I will say it is a current player.
Kershaw.
No.
Chris Sale.
No.
God, please let this be his name and then right. What's the? Oh no. Anderson in the Braves. You know.
Right.
Anderson.
Ian Anderson.
Yes.
He's right-handed. He was also a rookie in 2020. So
which one's the lefty?
Max Fried.
it's not Max Fried either.
No. I just had one. I I'm remembering a time where this guy was good. Jose Quintana.
Wow.
That is not Jose Quintana.
Okay,
Giolito?
He's also a right-handed
Right.
pitcher.
right-handed.
Okay.
I will say though, this is gonna sound weird, but doesn't Giolito just sound like a left-handed name?
It's because
It
I'm thinking
does,
of
it
Gio
sounds
Gonzalez
like
or
Barry
whatever.
Zito.
He's probably thinking of Carlos Rodon, his teammate, but
No, who was the Nationals pitcher?
Gio
Gio.
Gonzalez.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's-
yeah, Gio Gonzalez. It's like
He's a lefty,
weird mix
right?
between
He is
Gio
a lefty.
Gonzalez and Barry Zito.
It was also not Gio Gonzalez. That is incorrect.
John Lester.
John Lester is also incorrect.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Oh.
Francisco Liriano.
No, current player.
Dude, he's been in the league.
I know
within
he
the
played
last,
as
like,
recently
2
as like 2019 or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, yes, he did.
Pat Corbin.
Nope. All right, I'll give you a hint. This player is still on the team that he did it with. In the year that he did it was 2018.
Oh, a good player in 2018. I didn't know anyone played good.
I didn't say he was good. I just said he had a good start to the season.
He's still with that team, you're saying?
Still with that team. Yes.
Mm.
Let the audience know this isn't a fair question right now for me because there's a spider on my wall. I'm a little distracted at the moment.
Sorry.
Mike Montgomery.
This is not Mike Montgomery.
Matthew Boyd?
Ding, 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 ding. Josh, you are correct. Matthew Boyd.
I didn't mean Mike Montgomery. I meant Jordan Montgomery.
Wait.
Also incorrect.
Yeah,
Matthew
but
Boyd was the last left-handed pitcher to start the season with 3 straight starts of at least 6 innings and 1 earned run. That was in 2018.
Just done it again.
I don't believe he's done that this year. I think he had 1 start with 2 runs allowed.
Oh yeah, his last start I think he did go up too.
That's a stud. That's an ace right there, folks.
Well, no, calm down.
That's an ace with a career 4.8 ERA right there.
He is in fact an ace. Can't deny that.
That's true. That's
It's being a number 1 starter doesn't make you an ace.
When you're
All right.
the best team in the division, it is.
all right. We got 2 basketball questions now. 2 questions inspired by the National Basketball Association. First one is the man who is playing the best basketball of his career right now. That's Steph Curry. I mean, shit. Just give this dude the MVP already. What the hell are we doing here?
It's almost that time where it's like, oh yeah, this guy wins the MVP already.
Steph Curry, well, already we got like 2 weeks left of the season, but Steph Curry, a couple things about him. He's made 73 threes in his last 10 games, which is the most in any 10-game stretch in NBA history.
He averages over 7 made threes a game.
He's the first player since Wilt Chamberlain to average 40 points in the first 10 games of a month. He's on another level right now, and continuing with that, Steph Curry is now added to his large record of the number of games that he's had in his career with 10 plus 3-pointers. He's now up to 21 in his career. Now, there are only 5 other players with multiple 10 plus games or 10 plus 3 games in NBA history. I want you to tell me who those 5 players are.
Klay Thompson, Damian Lillard.
Ray Allen?
No, not Ray Allen.
Mark, if you saw this stat the other day and you're just reading them off, I'm going to hurt you.
No, those are actually 2 just guesses because I remember them having multiple.
Well, you're correct. Klay Thompson has 5. He's in second place, by the way. And then Damian Lillard has 3. Ray Allen is incorrect.
Not selfish enough. Need a real dog. Jacking threes.
Yeah, 3 remaining.
Someone else that I gotta
I feel like
hate.
someone did it this year.
You know who did it this year? He might have done it twice. Is Zach LaVine?
That's what I was
Mark,
gonna guess,
you are
too.
correct. Zach Williams did do it this year, and he does have 2 such games in his career.
Yeah.
JJ
Oh,
JJ Redick.
Incorrect. Good guess.
James
But
Harden's got to have 1 out there.
James Harden has 3 of them. Also.
Yeah.
So you are correct. So there's 1 player remaining, and I'll give you the hint is he's no longer in the NBA. He played as recently as 2020, but he is no longer in the NBA.
Mike Miller.
Mike
Oh,
Miller
no,
did not
no,
play in
no.
2020, my guy.
I'll
Oh,
tell you
sorry.
the answer because he did it. He hit like 6 in a minute one time. Kyle Korver.
Is incorrect.
Oh,
Oh,
my
that's
gosh.
surprising. Actually,
An awesome guy.
I thought it was Kyle Korver.
No, not Mike Miller, the killer.
Huh?
Played as recently as.
Is it? Played as recently as 2020. Trying to think, guys who are. Is it J.R. Smith?
Mark, J.R. Smith has 3 of those games in his career. That is the correct
How many
answer.
threes did he have to shoot to get there?
900.
I know that's 10 for 38.
Yeah. So there you go. Aside from Steph Curry, who has 21 such games in his career, the remaining players with multiple are Klay Thompson with 5, James Harden, Damian Lillard, and J.R. Smith each with 3, and Zach LaVine with a pair.
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith.
I had a stroke while I was trying to say that. Yeah, so that's trivia. We got one more question for the evening, and this one is going to take a little bit of thought. So after I ask the question, I'm going to go fill up my water bottle. I don't know. I think I just heard somebody get in the shower, so maybe I won't go fill up my water bottle. But I'll ask the question anyways, and then I'll leave y'all to it while I go fill up my water bottle. Zion Williamson is on pace to be the second ever player to average 25 points on at least 65% shooting. Who was the first player to do it?
Hakeem.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Austin, who'd you say?
Dwight Howard.
None of you are correct. Keep thinking.
Ah,
25, right?
Ask definitive guesses because I'm not in the room.
So he said 25 or more points, right?
25 on 65 or more. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Damn. I can distract from this right now for a second. I got The Dark Knight Rises in the background. That huge fight scene out on the steps. Oh, it's great. I'm really enjoying this. I'm still thinking though. Don't worry.
Third best Nolan Batman movie.
What'd you say?
I said it's the third best Nolan Batman movie. Batman Begins and The Dark Knight are both better, but I do enjoy that movie still.
That's fair. Yeah. Probably Batman Begins is better.
I like Batman Begins a lot. I think that one gets underrated because of how good The Dark Knight is.
Yeah, I think I just haven't seen it in a while. Maybe I gotta give it another watch.
Dude,
Damn, this is great too, though.
Field goal percentage.
Oh yeah, the whole scenery is a.
65%. Is that even possible?
That's such a high percentage. Like,
it's such a high percent and it's such a high average too.
Yeah, like that. Like I'm thinking the guys who shoot that high from the field, and it's like Rudy Gobert, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, it's not. Did anybody have any guesses while I was gone?
No, we're talking about the Dark Knight.
Yeah, I'm watching Dark Knight Rises right now.
It's gotta be a big. Maybe
I might have been okay. So I'll say this, not that it changes anything because there was still only one person to do it, but it looks like it was with above 60% shooting. I just went to Basketball Reference to clarify it, and it looks like the person who did it shot 60% from the field that year. So
James
the
Worthy.
Admiral?
No, what did somebody just say? Aaron Gordon?
No, I said James Worthy.
Oh, not James Worthy. I'll give you the year. 1986.
That's in the right ballpark.
Yeah.
It was the 86-87 season. My
Is there, what Celtic was playing with Bird near the end there, Mark? Down low. Is there a Celtic?
I'm thinking it wasn't Bird.
No.
Was it Bird?
No, it wasn't.
Kareem?
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Not Kareem.
60%. What?
Kevin McHale?
Mark, In 1987 or the 1986-1987 season, Kevin McHale averaged 26.1 points per game on 60.4% shooting.
See, yeah, I wasn't thinking he scored that much, but when Josh said a Celtic, that's all he's the only one I could think.
That's all my head went to. Was like, all right, late 80s Magic or Bird.
Yep. Zion is looking to become the first player
Mhm.
since Kevin McHale to average 25 on 60% shooting or above. So, fun fact about that guy. So, updated trivia
For
here.
damn sure it wasn't Robert Parrish.
updated trivia here. Mark is in first place with 89 points. Josh is in second with 67. Austin is in third with 63. And I'm bringing up the rear with 41 trivia points. Yeah, so that was fun.
Say this isn't so much a trivia question, but a piece of trivia for you. This is the first time since 2015 when the Astros moved to the American League West that the American League West standings spell the word sloth. It's Seattle, LA, Oakland, Texas, and Houston. So
Houston's last in the division?
Yeah, Houston stinks.
They're like one game under 500, I think.
Yeah, they're awful. But the standings currently spell sloth, and I think that's pretty cool.
All right. Well, I was telling Josh about this beforehand, but the other day, I take pictures of trivia that I see occasionally to try and come up with questions. So I'm going to tell you guys some ones that I omitted from the show because they would have been way too goddamn hard. So the first one I saw on Get Up, because they do the Hembo trivia every morning. And this one was Desmond Howard is one of two non-quarterbacks to win both a Heisman and Super Bowl MVP. Who's the other player?
Is it a defensive player?
I'll give you each one guess, and if you get it, you get 5 trivia points. Yes, it was a defensive player.
I'm trying. God damn! I knew it was going to be a defensive player. Now I got to think of defensive players to win the Heisman.
I'll be honest, I forgot even who it was. I don't even remember.
Oh yeah, I can't give you trivia points because I've already told Josh the answers, even if he doesn't remember them.
So, I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Can you give me like an era?
I don't even. No, I don't. I can't.
Okay.
I don't
know. LT.
No. Austin, do you have a guess?
I don't.
The answer is Marcus Allen.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then this one was on the Yankees game last week. Mark somehow will probably get this because he's a fucking nerd. But so basically, there are 2 universities that have produced multiple Cy Young winners. So there are 2 colleges that have produced multiple pitchers who have won multiple Cy Youngs. Why don't you tell me what those colleges are?
Oof.
Let it be known, I guessed one of them.
Josh did get one of them right. That's true.
God, 2
without even giving him a hint. Josh
UCLA?
UCLA is incorrect.
Oregon State.
Also incorrect.
Cal?
No.
LSU.
No. All right, I'm just gonna tell you guys. So
yeah.
Mark was guessing everyone. But
is
USC.
It Cal State Fullerton?
It's USC.
Oh, okay, it's USC.
So the first one,
because those 4 California schools are all
Yeah.
great baseball programs. I knew it was going to be one of the 4
yeah,
big California schools. So
USC has both Tom Seaver and Randy Johnson. And then the other one is Stetson University.
Oh, okay.
Where both Corey Kluber and Jacob deGrom attended college. I don't even know where Stetson University is.
I have no idea either, but I knew they both went there.
I was gonna guess for sure Mark had that one locked up. Like it seems like a new age baseball guy could know that pretty easily. Like, oh yeah, of course, deGrom. He went to Kluber's alma mater.
Stetson University is in Central Florida.
Yeah, I knew they went to the same college, but I couldn't, for the life of me, remember which college it was.
So yeah, that was some trivia that I saw in the Yankees game the other day. It was during Kluber's start, so that's why they brought it up. Yeah. So I don't know. That's been trivia. We'll certainly have more of that next week, I guess. So I don't know. I figured we could talk about like some movies or something like that. Has anybody watched any good movies recently?
I've watched a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark.
Yeah. New release Godzilla versus Kong is awesome.
Still haven't watched it. I was meaning to go to the theaters. At this point, I might just watch it on HBO Max.
I saw it in theaters. I saw it opening day.
Austin can comment on that. You even saw it in IMAX, right?
Yeah, that'd be correct. I
Yeah.
did see that garbage movie in IMAX.
Austin's
This
a
is why I
hater.
love it.
Austin's a hater of going.
dude.
Austin's a hater of going to the movies and having fun. All right.
No.
Dude.
I mean, hear me out. Going in, it was perfect. You know, they did it exactly how they had to do it. That's all I'm gonna say. That was the only way it would have made sense to me, so I respect it. But
you're a hater.
I am a hater.
Yeah.
As some would say.
I also have seen it. I'll just say I've never watched really the last couple because it's just a useless action film that almost doesn't make sense at times. But it's okay because there's an explosion. And I can't watch. I can't
Apparently, Josh is also a hater of having fun at the movies, except he'll go to bat for Little Nicky. So, yeah.
That movie stinks.
Yeah, it does.
too.
Yeah, it does.
I'm just a big fan of the franchise. I grew up watching the old Godzilla movies from the 60s and 70s with my dad. So just loved Godzilla as a thing. And so big monsters punching each other is my favorite type of movie. So I love I thought Godzilla versus Kong was great. I was like, this is exactly what I wanted. They declared a clear winner between the two of them, and then they put their differences aside. It wasn't Batman v Superman where it was like, oh, we're gonna punch a little bit, and then there's big doomsday fella. It was no, one of them kicked the other one's ass, and then they fought a common enemy.
And then some telepathic Asian child came up and woke up Godzilla.
Kong.
That really spoiled. Sorry, yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I'm excited to watch it. I haven't seen it yet. I'll get around to it at some point.
Nice spoiler.
This is coming from the asshole who's certainly, assuming I'm not in state mandated quarantine, will absolutely be going to see Mortal Kombat this weekend. So
I'm planning on it as well. You want to see it together?
I'm planning on seeing it as well.
Yes, Mark. When do you want to go see it?
I can do probably Saturday night.
Okay. Well, I can't do Saturday night.
All right, can you do Friday night?
UFC pay-per-view Saturday. Cannot do Saturday night.
Or can you do Saturday afternoon?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll see it Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, like I said, assuming I can leave my house. Absolutely. I'm a huge Mortal Kombat fan, and I have, from the looks of the trailer so far, I have hopes that this might actually be a good video game movie. So I'm excited.
I think it'll be solid. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be great, but I like the look of the trailers. Yeah. Did you watch the Shang-Chi trailer?
I did not. What is that? What universe is that? Is it the Marvel universe?
Marvel.
Yeah, it's Marvel. Yeah.
Is it the spinoff to the Iron Fist? It's in Iron Fist universe, right?
Doctor Strange is
Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange.
Yeah, so it's obviously part of the greater MCU, but it's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. The Ten Rings were actually the organization that the Mandarin runs.
Oh.
And so they're retconning the Mandarin from Iron Man 3. Which they already retconned. They used to do these short films that they called one-shots. And they retconned that Mandarin twist in a one-shot. And so now it's the real Mandarin.
Can I get a retcon? What's a retcon?
Basically means they took it out of canon.
Yeah.
So Ben Kingsley's no longer a thing?
Well, no, he's still it's it was revealed in that movie that
he's not significant to the plot anymore.
Okay.
But then again, but now they're saying neither is Guy Pearce. When Guy Pearce was like, I am the Mandarin. Now they're like, no, you're not.
Ooh.
Dummy.
It's like when it's like in Rise of Skywalker, how that just retconned The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which still bothers me a little bit as a Last Jedi defender. But
it's not even as a Last Jedi defender, it's as someone who would like a coherent story.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
Yeah, the trailer for that looks really good. The martial arts looks awesome.
Cool.
And the reason I asked is because it appears that there's going to be like almost like a Mortal Kombat style like tournament that he's going to be fighting in.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I'll see any Marvel movie in theaters because they have me by the neck.
Yeah, as like a stupid kid, I will watch literally anything Mortal Kombat related. I love that shit. I've loved Mortal Kombat my whole life.
I never got into the games.
I'm a huge fan of the games myself.
I never really played them. I also watched a classic recently, some classic sci-fi. Soylent Green.
I feel like I recognize the name. I've never seen the movie though.
It's 1973 Charlton Heston with Edward G. Robinson. It's very good. It's like a sci-fi film noir almost. Charlton Heston plays a cop and he's trying to get to the bottom of this conspiracy. And it has one of the bigger twists in movie history. And I'm writing a paper about it. So that's why I watched it. I chose to write the paper about that movie in particular, but
what class is that for?
That's for it's for I'm trying to think of the identity and diversity in communication.
What the hell was that?
It's a upper level comm class that I needed to graduate. So like it's just the assignment was watch a movie and write about how diverse it is and shit like that.
I wrote a paper about The Godfather yesterday.
So did you?
That's pretty sick.
For what's the name of the film? Rhetoric of Film. Yeah.
I wrote about The Godfather and the concept of the American Dream in the movie.
I did that same prompt when I took the class.
Yeah, it was fun. I also watched Rounders for the first time.
Oh,
Rounders is awesome.
We were just sitting around watching fights, and we were talking about like watching movies. That there were three of us downstairs, and someone brought up Rounders, and my housemate John apparently loves the movie, so he insisted we watched it, and we did. I thought it was all right.
I like Rounders a lot. I think it was fun. Cool.
Yeah, I didn't go nuts over it or anything like that, but that was pretty good.
Another old school Matt Damon banger that I watched recently is The Talented Mr. Ripley.
Okay. I tried watching the first part of it and I didn't quite understand it.
It takes a little bit to get into, but once you buy the fact that Matt Damon is just like the most talented forger and like impersonator of people of all time, like it takes some suspension of disbelief, but if you buy into that, then the rest of the movie is really solid and a really cool psychological thriller.
Oh.
I'll have to make note of that.
I think that one's from 95, if I remember correctly.
What about you, Josh and Austin? You watched anything recently? You caught your fancy, good or bad?
Really been on an Entourage kick, like I said, I think last week on the show. Just got to get through it at this point.
Yeah.
Are you at the part of the show where it really starts to drag?
Kinda. Like I'm in season 5, which is where someone else it starts to get repetitive almost. But like I looked at an episode name and it's literally just like an old movie they did, and I'm like, oh, okay. Okay.
What's your favorite episode that you've seen so far?
In Entourage?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know. I'm trying to think of which one. Jeremy Piven's character is just so outrageous. There's one episode where, what's the bigger dude who, I don't know the actor's name, but he's like a big. I'm gonna look up his name really quick.
You know my favorite episode is the one where they have the celebrity cameo. I thought it was a really good cameo.
I will say, Josh, I think this is before season 5, the Aquaman episode.
Yes, with the one where he's on set.
Just where they're like, they finally get the movie done, and like they're trying to finally get the movie done, and then they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna replace you with Jake Gyllenhaal and like shit like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember who the actor is, but it's when Piven's character is freaking out and he's gonna sell his gay Chinese assistant Lloyd, basically like get him to fuck this like producer guy to make a profit on this movie or whatever, and something else happened where like he had to fire some guy, which ended up being Brian Callen, but like he couldn't do it, and like he's having a soft spot, and then at one point he just freaks out at his therapist in the golf course, like while she's at the golf course or whatever, and just starts like yelling and screaming, making a scene. He's just absolutely hilarious. Then he goes to the club and he's like, "Stop trying to fuck my gay assistant." Like he just is. He's very funny. I like his character.
Yeah, I was never huge into Entourage, but I did watch quite a few episodes back in the day.
That's just a show that I've never given like half a care about. I don't know.
That's right.
Yeah.
It has no meaning. So
No, none whatsoever.
Coming from the world's largest Always Sunny defender, that's not what bothers me.
I did do it like every so often. I go watch the wrestling episode of Always Sunny, and I did that this weekend.
The Gang Wrestles for the Troops is a top 5 episode.
That's a fantastic episode.
I think we should do at some point. We should do our top 5 Always Sunny episodes.
I can do that.
All right, we'll do that at some point. I would say we do it right now, but that it requires too much thinking, and then we just be silent the whole time.
Yeah, I also watched Spider-Man 2002.
That's a good movie.
That's the first one, right?
The first one.
Okay.
Big fan.
Dude, I love what's the lady's name who sings in it?
Gloria Estefan?
No. The black woman. Gracie May?
Yeah, Gracie May. May.
Yeah. Dude, she jams. That song always gets me thinking about that movie now.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Brown.
What about the best song in movie history, Hero, with Chad Kroeger and Josie Scott?
Boo! That's the worst part about that movie.
Hero to save me. That song?
You got 30 seconds in the ring, brother.
Was that in Spider-Man? Was that in Spider-Man 1 or 2?
That's Spider-Man 1.
That's Spider-Man 1. 3 minutes of playtime.
Yeah.
You
step into a Slim Jim that is Josh Boehm, and I tell you what, Josh, I got you in the ring for 3 minutes. 3 minutes of playtime.
It's fantastic. Good old Willem Dafoe is the Green Goblin.
Dude,
I heard someone recently, they were like, because they were talking about how stupid the Green Goblin costume is. They were like, Willem Dafoe has a goblin face, just paint him green and you're fine.
That's fair. Like Jack Nicholson in 1989's Batman. You could have just
exactly. They just put makeup on him.
It would have been scary. Austin, you watched anything recently, or is it just Kong, Godzilla versus Kong?
I watched finally that movie that I was talking about watching like a month ago. It was called Stalker. It was okay. It was okay. It's as of recent. I don't mean like of yesterday or even the last month, but of the last couple of years, it's been getting more traction as like one of the better movies of all time. It's a foreign movie from Russia. I thought it was okay. I didn't love it, but I could see the value in it. I could see the pull, the draw. It's got some deeper meanings. I think it has some tie to religion. I don't know. It was kind of a cool concept. I think they could have done a little better with it, but I actually it was okay.
I've seen that. I enjoy that movie, but I agree it has gotten a lot of traction the past couple of years as like a true hidden gem, and I'm like, it's okay.
I've been watching a lot of really disgusting exploitation films for research that I'm doing. So that's where
like. What kind? Are we talking like 70s blaxploitation or
no? Far more depraved than that.
Like actual. Yeah. Okay.
So I'm doing I'm in Women in Politics right now.
All right.
And our final assignment is a literature review. Basically, we got to choose the topic. So I'm talking about rape and revenge films.
Kill Bill.
I've been doing a lot of close studies of movies like I Spit on Your Grave and what else am I thinking of?
Kill Bill's got to be a big one, right?
I'm thinking more so in horror. It's the horrors. I mean, yeah, plot wise, it does fall in there. but I'm thinking more so in horror films in particular.
That's fair.
And in a analysis where I'm trying to make a feminist argument for the genre, someone who is a sexual deviant like Quentin Tarantino really does not fit into that category, to be fair.
Yeah.
So, I'm talking about that. I'm talking about a movie came out in 2018 called Revenge, which is an awesome movie.
I watched that on your recommendation. I did watch that recently, actually, because you mentioned it, and it was very good.
It's one of the bloodiest movies you'll ever see in your life.
It was. I had to look away sometimes, and I'm not squeamish, and I was like, "This is too much for me."
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else. I'm doing like a micro analysis of some of the themes of The Shining, specifically the theme surrounding domestic abuse in the movie.
Classic. Have you guys seen Dr. Sleep? Did you see the sequel?
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic.
I thought it was very good as well.
I'm a Mike Flanagan stan, so
yeah, he does that Netflix show, right?
So he directed the first season of Haunting of Hill House.
Yeah.
He also directed one of my favorite horror movies of the past decade, Oculus.
Yes. Yeah.
He directed that. He directed Annabelle Creation.
I didn't know that was
Annabelle
him.
movie. I think that was him.
It might have been. I didn't know.
He either did that or he did the Ouija sequel. I can't remember exactly which one it was. He made a bad franchise good for one movie. That's what I remember.
Oh, okay.
I'll look it up. He also directed this movie called Hush. That's really good.
Oh, I've seen that.
I've heard of it. I haven't watched it yet.
It's on Netflix. It's very good. He also directed the adaptation of Stephen King's Gerald's Game.
Isn't that a remake?
I believe it might be a remake.
I think there was one from like the 80s.
Yeah, so his version came out in 2017. It's also on Netflix.
Yeah.
He directed the Ouija sequel, Ouija Origin of Evil, directed by Mike Flanagan. And
that was good?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, this dude is like a modern master of horror. So I will eat up anything he watches. And Dr. Sleep was also fantastic.
Yeah, because I rewatched that a month and a half or so ago, or so, and I hadn't seen it since I saw it in theaters, and I liked it even more the second time.
Yeah, like I said, my favorite of his is still Oculus. It's one of my favorite horror films of the last decade or so.
Mm-hmm.
It's truly great stuff, really underrated stuff. Honestly, not enough people talk about that movie. But
not enough people talk about horror in general. So
I got some things on the docket that I will probably get to at some point. I think, I don't know. I'd have to look at my up next on like Prime Video and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Or think about it. I mean, it's a bunch of like stuff that I have in there that's like not new. Like I don't have any new releases that I'm particularly interested in checking out. I just have a bunch of movies that like I came across on like Amazon Prime or whatever, put in my list, and I just haven't watched yet. Like I still haven't watched Rambo Last Blood.
Okay. I
know it's gonna suck.
I will defend Rambo Last Blood.
I know it's gonna be like shit garbage until Sylvester Stallone does like R-rated Home Alone at the end of the movie. Like I know how it's gonna go.
That's exactly what happens, and I'm a big fan of the ending sequence of that movie.
I'm sure it'll be hilarious. I'm sure.
I saw that movie in theater. I did a double feature that day, just by myself because I had nothing better to do at the Oswego Theater. It was a back-to-back of Rambo Last Blood and Ad Astra.
That's
maybe the two most polar opposite movies in the history of cinema.
I've done that a couple of times. I like doing a double feature occasionally. The most recent one I did was back in 2018. I'm sure I've done one since then. I just can't remember it. But in 2018, I did a double feature when I was doing my Oscar prep. I saw The Shape of Water and 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri in the same day.
One of those is a very good movie, and the other
they are both great movies. God damn it! You stop. Stop it now.
I couldn't get into The Shape of Water. I understand why people like it. It just wasn't for me. I think 3 Billboards is fantastic, though.
Shape of Water was my favorite movie that year. You shut up, all right?
Everybody loves Shape of Water.
What did you say, Austin?
Oscars, dude.
Wouldn't that as like a universally loved movie?
It won Best Picture for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, and I thought Three Billboards should have won. I was. Yeah, that one wasn't a great Oscars picks year for me, which I still got to do that this year.
I haven't watched any of the movies that are nominated for Oscars this year. Literally zero.
I've watched them all.
So
I might be missing. I might be missing one or two, but
we're running into a problem here where the Oscars are on Sunday. And
oh shit, they are, aren't they?
Yeah, and I need to catch up. The only one I've seen is The Five Bloods, and it should have been nominated for more than two things.
I agree. That movie was awesome. What's his name?
Delroy Lindo.
Yes, Delroy Lindo not getting nominated for Best Supporting Actor
Insanity.
was travesty.
I haven't even seen the rest of the movies, and it's insane. Oh, I have seen. I brought this. We were talking about this in Rhetoric and Film. I've seen Mank as well, but
I liked Mank.
I told them in the class, and I'll say it now. Like the fact that I keep forgetting that I've seen the movie tells you all you need to know about what I thought about the movie.
I thought Gary Oldman was very good. I thought Amanda Seyfried was awesome in that movie.
I think it's absurd that it was nominated for Best Picture instead of like probably a couple other things. The more I think about it,
it was always destined to be nominated for Best Picture, though. So like,
I know, but like to me at least, there was like nothing special about it. It was
it's Fincher directing a movie about old Hollywood, and it was written by his dead dad. I mean, that's as Best Picture nominee as you can get.
I know. But like, the movie did nothing for me. Like I said, I remember just about none.
I liked it.
The one I'm least excited to watch, and it's not even a quality thing. The one I'm least excited to watch is Sound of Metal, because I'm scared. It's going to be like a personal horror movie for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that movie's going to hit really close to home with you. And I think that movie's fantastic. It's my second favorite movie of the year.
As a metal fan who has hearing loss and whose greatest fear is going deaf, I'm afraid to watch the movie.
But it's Riz Ahmed should. If Riz Ahmed doesn't win Best Lead Actor, I'm going to be livid.
Let's see who's nominated. I gotta look at it.
It was him, Lakeith Stanfield for.
Lakeith Stanfield was not nominated.
I'm sorry. They were both nominated for supporting actor.
It was Riz Ahmed, Chadwick Boseman, Anthony Hopkins, Gary Oldman, and Steven Yeun in Minari.
Steven Yeun was very good in Minari as well.
Here's my answer: Anthony Hopkins. It's either going to be Anthony Hopkins or Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah,
because Chadwick Boseman is dead, and Anthony Hopkins played a guy with dementia. So
it's not going to be Anthony Hopkins. It's going to be Chadwick Boseman.
You take your pick.
That movie is also very good. I also enjoyed Ma Rainey's Black Bottom a lot. That might just be because I like jazz, and it was like a old school jazz based movie.
I'm also not excited. Like the one I'm legitimately least excited to watch out of I don't think I'll like it is Promising Young Woman.
That's my favorite movie of the year.
From everything I understand about the movie, I can already tell that I'm gonna watch it and I'm gonna be like, that's kind of mid, and then I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, that was my favorite movie this year.
And people went movie came out of nowhere and people were just going nuts over it.
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I'll watch it at some point. What I'm most excited about though is Nomadland.
See, I thought that was okay.
I'm a certified Frances McDormand stan. So
I am as well. I love Frances McDormand. I thought that was a good performance from her in a movie that I thought was lacking anything outside of her performance and a really good concept.
Well, you're not going to get good performances from everybody else because they just had a bunch of nomads in the movie.
Well, yeah, I understand that. I think the concept was really good. I couldn't really get into it. I watched it only for Frances McDormand and for the fact that the director is going to be directing the Eternals, and I wanted to see what she could do.
Anyways, that's enough for the movie conversation today. Josh is shaking his head.
I'm watching the Reds game. This fucker he walked in a run with the bases loaded. It's pouring. I mean, they're in a tsunami right now. Call the game.
The Reds stink. Get over it. All right.
The 3-2 pit. The Reds stink. They're gonna win the Central.
They're not going to win the Central.
They're not as good as the Red Sox. That's for
Even
sure.
if they do win the Central, that means nothing. The Central is a bad division.
I mean,
For anyone who hasn't seen it, I'll give you another homer game of the night. Anyone who hasn't seen it, the Penguins were up 6-0 going into the third period tonight. Does anybody want to guess the final score of that game?
7-6, the other team.
Very, very close.
8-7 the other team.
No, getting a little further.
5-6.
No, mark any
Six-
guesses.
7-6.
It ended in a tie after a shootout.
No,
It's not.
even a thing.
That's not how that
But
works.
what Josh
Yeah,
was
I
about to
understand
say
that.
was correct. The Penguins won 7-6. They gave up 6 third period goals, but hung on to win. the
Was it
game.
Tristan Jerry?
I believe it was. Who
right.
else?
Poor guy was having a good year too.
We're going to do something a
couple
little different to wrap up the show. We're going to make a basketball lineup. So I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to go through the slate for tomorrow, and we'll make a lineup. That's what we'll do.
Reds are just gonna walk off. Sorry, while you're loading that up, the Reds are just walking off.
I'm going to keep it real with you, Chief. I don't care.
You should. That's the World Series champs you're talking about.
Sure. We'll just do our normal contest here, the NBA SWAT, because I'll also do my own lineup like I do every day. What games do we want to exploit here?
I gotta get the slate, or you got it right there.
It's on the screen here.
State Washington.
Yeah,
Is Stephen Curry a mandatory given he's still not the most expensive point guard?
Why is he only 10-2?
yes.
I was gonna say Russ because I thought their prices were gonna be swapped. And I was gonna be like, Russ is gonna come out and want to show something, but I thought Steph would be 11,000. To be honest, that's kind of insane.
He's probably still third. Yeah. In terms of pricing.
I mean, what's his average like in the last like 10 games? It's got to be like 60. Oh no, it's actually not as high as I thought.
He's been scoring a lot of points though.
Yeah.
But like his floor is like 47.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, the same can be said for Luka Doncic, really. Russ has been a little more inconsistent. I started him the other night. Oh no, that was John Wall. I started John Wall the other night and got like 12 points out of him.
yeah, Russ has just been on a triple-double rampage.
I'm sorry. I started him this night. He got 7.2 FanDuel points
Yeah, there you go.
in
That's
28 minutes.
insane.
John Wall did. Yeah. I started him
Let's
that.
say he had 7 turnovers.
Yes. He had 10 points and 7 turnovers.
John
That's
Wall's
good.
dookie.
Wow, that is a stinky game. Not
Yeah.
a great performance.
Now, what are we thinking about center here? I know Austin likes to pay up for center. I generally don't.
I usually do it if there's a good matchup. So, like for me, I would say Vucevic is in a really good matchup. I don't think Cleveland can defend
Okay.
interior very well at all, but I don't know that I'd necessarily do that. Gobert's in a disgustingly good matchup.
Who's
Yeah, but they might beat him by 40. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like picking blowouts either. I mean, if there's a value center, be my guest. I don't necessarily.
I don't hate Boucher.
Bobby Boucher.
I do hate Boucher.
He just does nothing for me. I like the Nikola Vucevic pick.
Yeah, that's pretty
I
good.
mean,
pick.
Jared Allen, hear me out. Love the guy. He's just not that skilled. He's good against other just big guys who just do nothing, like Enes Kanter type big men, but not against like Vucevic's and Jokic's. He just gets dominated because he has no skills.
All right. Well, who are we thinking for some other players here?
What's
The
some high
sex
over?
man?
What did you say, Mark?
The sex man because Zach LaVine doesn't play defense. Colin Sexton.
That means not playing at all.
Yeah,
I believe-
the
Oh, he's
second
out
man
anyway.
playing at all. So.
Oh, I forgot he got COVID.
Oh
I
wait,
believe.
Jordan Clarkson has got to be a must with Donovan Mitchell out, right?
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
he's gonna score 30. He just will.
More expensive than I expected him to be.
The Timberwolves and Kings will be playing tomorrow off a back-to-back. I can't expect a lick of defense to be played in that back-to-back.
No. None whatsoever.
However, I also don't know who's gonna play the back-to-back. What type of
I mean, probably everybody, but
yeah.
All right, we'll go Buddy Healed. Right? Does that sound right?
Russell's playing again?
Yes.
Whiteside? Yeah. He's been playing pretty well, actually, without Rashawn Holmes.
No, I wasn't talking about Hassan Whiteside. He was talking about D'Angelo Russell.
Oh.
And I was talking about Buddy Healed.
How many minutes has he been getting?
Seriously, I don't get fined.
12 minutes?
Yeah, he's not quite.
20s. Yeah, he's not back yet.
Yeah. We'll go Buddy Healed.
Yeah. I mean, Rashawn Holmes out. I would always smash Cat, actually, but maybe not on a back-to-back.
Yeah.
Cat's got little baby brain. Little
Tiny
baby heart,
pee-pee.
no passion.
Why don't we just go Halliburton instead of Buddy Healed?
What was
Cheaper.
what was Anthony Edwards at?
69. Nice.
Nice.
Halliburton's definitely got a higher floor. I mean, Buddy Hield misses his first 3 shots. You could just call that game over. When he hits his first 3 shots, he's going to go for 40. So it's an interesting character. The game might see 4,000 points. Toronto players, actually, to Mark's credit, might be pretty good value. Brooklyn did play tonight, correct? They'll be off the back-to-back again.
With no KD.
With no
Harden.
KD or Harden. So
I don't know what that necessarily means, like what position exploits them normally. Let's see who's doing well for the Pelicans, who have 130 points tonight. And Zion and Brandon Ingram, as you'd expect. I mean,
Well, that doesn't really help.
yeah, wing players who score, but those are also just their best players. So
Then we'll go. Well, how about what do we see what we can do here with pricing if we just add
Siakam,
Pascal Siakam to it?
they don't
Yeah,
have
I
much
like
of
that.
an interior defense, and I don't know who's going to be talented enough to guard him.
So we're looking at 4,700 for each of our last 3 players here.
This is my bread and butter. These value picks.
Yeah. Terrence Mann against Memphis with Kawhi out.
Yeah, see, so these are the ones where it's like, this is like a massive freaking value pick, but also, hear me out. Is Kawhi going to be out tomorrow?
Yes, he's out for at least the next week.
No.
Oh, that's.
okay.
Yeah, that was a thing today.
I mean, is there blowout potential games? Usually, if you could find a young guy on a team that's going to either get blown out or blow someone out.
Terrence Mann.
Grayson Allen.
Grayson Allen sucks. I'll never put him in a lineup. I don't care if he's been
I
playing
agree.
well recently. It's principle. All right.
Fair enough.
Oh, we didn't make space for Jamarcus Cousins, man.
I mean, the Pacers are in a pretty solid blowout potential, but I don't know that they have much value players. They just have a bunch of good players.
What about this guy?
He stinks.
Yeah,
You gotta get a quality amount of minutes.
He will get quality minutes, but I don't know that he's really a fantasy player. He just does the right thing on the court, and that's not what we're looking for.
That's true.
We're looking for people to put the ball in the basket or pass to people.
So do we want to go with Terrence Mann here?
I don't hate it.
I said he started today.
Sure.
There's probably some Thunder players that are cheap.
Oh,
Somebody's
yeah.
got to score for that team, right?
Yeah.
Someone has to be active for that team. They got injuries up the wazoo in that place.
Yeah, I mean, no Miles Turner. There's really no interior defense for this dog Pacers team at the moment. I don't know who can really score.
Damn, bro, everyone is injured. What the hell is going on here?
I don't know who can score for OKC on the interior, but
This guy's been playing pretty well as of late.
A pick I don't hate too,
Actually,
depending on his
yes.
price
He
point.
gets 6 blocks.
he's playing. Okay, maybe that's why he scores so many fantasy points.
Yeah.
He's been pretty good in the minutes that he's
30
got.
minutes,
Yeah.
though, which is
Maybe worth
great.
it. Let's see what price we got left for a second small forward. 4,900. Let's do it.
Good value.
Yeah, good name too. Nobody's gonna take that guy. What were you gonna say, Mark?
I was gonna say I don't hate if he's cheap enough. O'Shea Brissett's been playing more and more minutes for the Pacers, and he just signed a 3-year guaranteed deal with them.
Who the hell is that?
He's a forward.
Do you care to tell me how to spell his name?
Oshae.
This guy?
Yeah.
3,800? We'll take it.
Oh, I like that blowout potential. He might get some extra minutes.
Let's do it. Yeah.
Yeah. He's coming off a 24-minute game.
Yeah, I mean, you could have also looked for maybe the rookie of the year, Sadiq Bey. With Luka switching down and guarding the 2-3 area, he's a terrible defender, and Sadiq Bey is going for 40 tomorrow. So.
O'Shea Brissett went to SU, by the way.
That's why.
That's why I know how well he's doing.
And looks like we got room for Jayshawn Tate.
Love it.
Jayshawn Tate. I think he's got great upside, blowout potential there. So
let's do it.
I don't think he really loses minutes if they get blown out.
All right.
Yeah.
So this is our lineup. I kind of like this lineup here: Steph Curry, Jordan Clarkson, Tyrese Halliburton, Terrence Mann, Anthony Edwards, O'Shea Brissett, Pascal Siakam, Jayshawn Tate, and Nikola Vucevic.
What could go wrong with a lineup like that?
I don't see anything.
It's an upside lineup for sure.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, you got guys like O'Shea Brissett. You're not playing for a cash game.
O'Shea.
Yeah, this is absolutely a tournament lineup. No question about that.
The thing is, I guess that makes it less tournament is kind of Steph Curry, but I feel like not riding Steph Curry against one of the worst defensive teams in the league is just troll.
It's a dumb idea.
Especially for him being 10-2.
So I'm not going to lie. I was going to set my own lineup and compete with this, but I like this lineup so much that I'm just going to keep it as my lineup for tomorrow.
Beautiful.
And not do another one.
Cool.
So this is my lineup for tomorrow. We'll see if it makes money. I like it. I think it looks good. We'll enter that. Boom. Great lineup.
That's passion. Everybody here, you got my money back guarantee. Throw that lineup in FanDuel.
Oh, who wants to see my baseball lineup for tomorrow?
Winning some money.
This is going to undergo some real tweaking here because I don't really like it at the moment. The only thing I'm set on is having a Brave stack against Corey Kluber. That's all I'm set on at the moment.
And
I love the red stack.
I was going to say.
I would just stack any pitcher playing against the Yankees. You just go pitcher and then hitters because they're going to
The Reds, by the way, the Reds are playing against Merrill Kelly tomorrow.
You tell me you like that matchup?
I do like that matchup. So I guess
that's a yummy little matchup there.
I guess Atlanta and Cincinnati are pretty locked into my two stacks. I just don't know what to do with the rest of it.
And
I'll probably keep it because I do like Tyler Mahle against that same Arizona lineup that has no one healthy at the moment. So
that's facts.
Yeah. I don't hate that matchup. What do you
think about, hear me out, a Houston Astros stack?
That's the other one I was thinking of.
But they're playing in Coors against Austin Gomber, a crappy left-hander.
Ooh, yeah, I sort of like that.
That was the other one I was considering, but the Astros players are very expensive.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because their lineup they've been hitting.
I was gonna say
Jordan,
if you could get it.
Like Jordan Alvarez is gonna hit a 500-foot home run tomorrow.
I was gonna say maybe if you could swap out Altuve for Albies, I think that would be a decent line.
We'll continue to tweak this after we're done recording here. But yeah, that has been our show this week. This is episode 6 of Hot Stove After Dark. I hope you all liked it. Like I said, we're going to be doing some more After Dark style content once the off season hits here. So expect more irreverence coming soon. But anyways, make sure to follow us on Twitter at Hot Stove Pod. That's at Hot Stove Pod on Twitter. Josh is holding the joint the wrong way, putting it into the wrong side, putting it into his mouth. Also, make sure to subscribe here on the YouTube channel, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment if you feel like commenting. Remember, no show next Wednesday. Instead, we'll be doing a live show next Thursday night for day 1 of the NFL draft. We look forward to seeing you there. Hopefully you will join us and watch the draft along with us. In the meantime, we love you. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.